Morning, dear students. Hope you all are fit and fine. Students, first of all, I congratulate you all for being promoted to grade 4. And I hope you have enjoyed your holidays also. Now it's time to gear up and start with our studies. So this is your science class. And here today we are going to start with the chapter Solids, Liquids and Gases. We have done this chapter in grade 3 as well. Now, so we will quickly revise this chapter. So first term in this chapter is matter. What is matter? So everything that surrounds us is matter. You are sitting in a room, you can see so many things around you. So all these things, they are matter. We can say the things which we can see, touch, feel and smell, they are known as matter. Now these matter, they are made up of molecules. Now we will define molecules. So what are the molecules? Molecules, they are the tiny particles that make up the matter. The matter, it is made up of tiny, or you can say small particles. Now the molecules, they are the smallest substances in the matter that can exist independently. For an example, if I see a drop of water, it is made up of molecules of water, a single drop. So till here we have covered two definitions. First one is matter and another one is molecule. Good morning, dear students. Hope you all are fine. Today we are going to revise our chapter Solid, Liquid and Gases. So first we want to know a term, matter. What is matter? So we have so many things which surround us. There are so many living things, non-living things. So everything that surround us is known as matter, or the things which we can see, touch, feel and smell, they are known as matter. So matter is divided into three basic states. It is solid, liquid and gases. So we are going to do about these in detail. First of all, we are going to discuss about the solids. So what do you mean by solids? Solids, they have definite shape. Definite means their shape doesn't change. They have a definite shape. They do not take the shape of the object they are kept in. Example of solids is carrots, turnips, table, chair, bed, stool, etc. All these have a definite shape and they cannot take the shape of any other object they are kept in. So I am going to show you a few examples of solids. So these are the few examples of solids. A box, a carrot, tomato and a bottle. So all these have a definite shape. They have their own shape, and when I am going to put these in a bucket, see, I have put all these in a bucket and they have not acquired the shape of the bucket. They have not taken the shape of the bucket. They still have their own shape. The radish, it has the carrot has its own shape, tomato has its own shape, even the bottle has its own shape. So we can say that the solids, they have a definite shape and they do not take the shape of the objects they are kept in. So if you get define solids, the things that have definite shape, they are known as solids. Next we come to liquids. So what are liquids? Liquids, they do not have any definite shape and they flow. They take the shape of the container they are poured in. Few examples of liquids are water, oil, milk and honey. All these are the examples of liquids. Liquids do not have any definite shape and they flow. The objects, they do not have definite shape and flow easily to take the shape of the other container they are poured in are called liquids. Now I am going to show you just with few examples. As you can see, I have water here in a container and two containers, they are empty. They are of different shape. One is a glass and another one is a bowl. So I am having water here You can see this. So water is a liquid. So first of all, it says that it doesn't have definite shape. See, first the water is in this type of container and the shape of water is like a bucket. Now when I will pour this water in a glass, it has taken the shape of the glass. Next, I am going to pour this water in the bowl and it has taken the shape of bowl. And obviously when I am pouring it flows. Similarly, oil, honey, milk, all these are liquids and they flow and they do not have definite shape. They take the shape of the container we pour them. So this was about the liquids. So when you define liquids, so you will write down the objects that do not have definite shape and they flow are known as liquids. Example, you will write down oil, water, milk, etc. Next we come to the third type, which is gases. What are gases? The gases, they do not have any definite shape and they also take the shape of the container of the object they are filled in. To store the gases, we have to store them into a closed container. As you can see, the CNG or the LPG, which is used as a fuel in your CNG is used as a fuel for cooking. It is stored in a cylinder. So I am going to show you example of gas. So you can see this. So this doesn't have any definite shape and it will acquire the shape of the container in which we will put it. Alright. So these are the few examples to demonstrate different states of matter. So if I am going to cover this with the bowl, it will take the shape of the bowl. If I put a tube over here, it will take the shape of a tube, the smoke. Okay. So this way the gases also don't have any definite shape. And we need a closed container to store them. So now we will discuss solid, liquid and gases according to their color, odor and taste. So first of all, we are going to discuss odor. We can identify things with their smell. So how? You can identify, like the rotten eggs, they smell foul. Perfumes and flowers, they have a pleasant smell. And some of the things, they have very pungent smell. What is pungent? Pungent is very sharp and very strong. So example of pungent smell is liquid bleach. So they can be classified on the basis of their odor, that is smell. Next is color. So many substances, they are classified by their color also. Like apples, they are usually red, lemons, they are yellow, grass is green and the sky is blue. Next we come to the taste. So most of the substances, they have characteristic taste. Like the sweets, the sugar is always sweet, lemon is always sour, water is tasteless, seawater is salty and bitter gourd is always bitter. Have you ever tasted a lemon which is very bitter or it is very sweet? No. So it depends upon the taste also. Now next we come to the forms of water. So in liquid state, the water is present in rivers, ponds and lakes. So water occur in all the three states, that is solid, liquid and gaseous. In liquid state, is it found in rivers, ponds and lakes. In gaseous states, it is found as water vapors. In the next video, I will send you. There you can see what are the water vapors. When we put water in a pan and we heat it, water starts boiling and after that we see the steam coming out of it. So they are the water vapors. And during the day, due to the heat of the sun, water vapors are formed. Water as a solid state, we see the mountains which are covered with snow. So there the water is present as a solid state. So hence we can say that water exists in all the three states on earth. Next we come to change in state. So water changes the three states of matter. They change from one to another by heating or by cooling. So first is change of solid to liquid. Solid means ice. When we melt the ice, when we heat the ice, it changes into water, and this term is known as melting. Change of solid to liquid is known as melting. Change of liquid to solid on freezing. When we change water into, when freeze water, it becomes ice, it is known as freezing. When we change liquid into gas, like when we heat the water and the steam is formed, it is known as water vapors are formed. It is known as evaporation. And when the water vapors, they cool down to water droplets, again they become water. It is known as condensation. Condensation occurs when the temperature is low. So this is being shown to you in the video which I will be sending you next. Next is sublimation. What is sublimation? When the substances such as camphor and naphthalene, they directly turn into gaseous state. When heated, this process is known as sublimation. So these are the few terms. This camphor and naphthalene balls, when they are kept in sun also, they after few days you will don't find them where you have kept them. Why? Because when they get heated up, they are converted into gaseous form. So this process is known as sublimation. Now students, in the next video I am going to send a experiment which will explain you change of state. After this you will learn all the in-text questions and back exercise of this chapter for the test to be conducted on Monday. Hope you have understood. Thank you and have a nice day.